It's been quite a ride since the pandemic happened at the beginning of 2020. Here it is 2023, and things in the Rapid City area, a lot of things have changed, and a few things remain the same. Hey everybody, it's Tristan Emond with Mindful Living Realty, a realtor right here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the gateway to the Black Hills. If you're thinking about moving to the Rapid City area, let's talk about a few things that have changed and a few things that remain the same in your area since 2020. Number one, prices. They're a bit higher. With all the different lockdowns in many other states across the country and South Dakota not having a lockdown, that created South Dakota being a consideration for people to move to. And with the Black Hills right on our doorstep, people started looking at Rapid City as a place to move. Now, of course, because we're in the north and we have things like snow, we weren't as popular as places like Arizona, Texas, and Florida. But we sure saw an increase in population. In the state of South Dakota, 2019 the population was 887,000 people about. By 2022, that population was up to about 910,000 people. That's 22,600 people that moved into South Dakota during that time frame. And along with the rest of the country, we had a lot of people thinking about moving and limited inventory. So prices, they went up. At the height of 2021, homes were selling so fast, you had 5, 10, maybe even 15 offers on a property that drove that price up. So of course, when that seller sold their property for a higher than average price, when the next seller in the neighborhood went to sell their property, they could, because of that comp, list their property for a little higher. And hence the property prices went up and up and up. But this didn't happen just in Rapid City. This was nationwide. Limited inventory, home prices were going up, multiple offers. It was a crazy time in real estate during those 2 years. In 2019, the average sold price in our Black Hills MLS was about $284,000. By the end of 2022, that average sale price was up to $366,000. That's a 22.5% increase from 2019 to 2022. Number two, South Dakota, she's still red. Now, if you look at some of the comments in my videos for the past couple years, a number of the comments were all about how terrible it was that people from predominantly blue states were moving into South Dakota. Don't move here. South Dakota's full. You're going to ruin South Dakota. Those Californians are going to bring their crap here and change everything. Now, I was trying to tell people that majority of the people that I helped move into our area were people that really wanted to be South Dakotan. They didn't want to change South Dakota. They wanted and loved what South Dakota was, what Rapid City was, and they had no intention of changing a thing. So I was really interested to see what would happen in the 2022 midterm elections. We had a very interesting election going on with Tristan Emond as the governor, and in South Dakota, you either love her or you hate her. So it was going to be interesting to see what happened in that election with all of these other people moving into the state, supposedly going to change it all. Whereas you can see by the votes, South Dakota still is about 65% red, both in the congressional elections and even most of the local elections. Number three, it doesn't look like that's going to slow down anytime soon. As interest rates have risen over the past few months, we have seen a little bit of a slowdown through the wintertime here in the Rapid City area. But in the spring of 2023, things kind of came back to life. We started seeing multiple offers again, and prices still kind of kept rising a little bit. Plus, I continue to talk with a number of people, even from a couple years ago, that are still interested in moving to the area. They just have to wait for kids to get out of school, or them to complete their job, or to find a new job, or something. So people are still considering and thinking about moving to the Rapid City area. In fact, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, Rapid City is the 54th fastest growing city in 2022. And that makes it the fastest growing city in the Midwest. From July 2021 to July 2022, just in that 1 year, Rapid City grew 2.6%. And that's 6 times over the average of 0.4%. Fortunately, Elevate Rapid City, which is the Chamber of Commerce and the government officials in the City Council and the Mayor's office, recognize this growth and recognize the need for more infrastructure and everything that's going to happen here in the next few years. And I want to make sure that that gets done in the right way. Not just growing for growth's sake, but to consider the area and consider what we have here and to grow smart. In the next 10 years, I estimate in the Black Hills area we'll have 20 to 40,000 more people in our area. So people are still coming. As you look at moving into the area, you'll have to remember that you'll have plenty of competition buying properties. And as we see more and more people come to the area, I don't foresee prices coming down a whole lot unless somehow we get a sudden glut of inventory. But when everybody that bought during the pandemic was looking at 2.5% to 3% interest rates, chances are they're not going to sell really easily. So theoretically, if you buy a property sooner, you have a better chance of getting it prior to more prices going up and up and up. Number four, some local attitudes. They're just not that great. As I mentioned before, a lot of my comments were don't move to South Dakota, it's terrible here, trying to discourage people from moving to our area because change is scary. People don't like change. Some people are just upset at the higher prices, which means higher taxes, less affordability. The locals were thinking about buying a property in the hills someday, and suddenly that price has gone way up. They're upset about the extra traffic and concerned about our way of life. I've had numerous clients that I've met with when they've come into town, they've had conversations with some people, and they pretty much try to discourage them from moving into the area. So you just have to understand where they're coming from and make sure you let them know why you're moving here. I had one client that was telling people right away, yep, I moved here, but I love it here, I'm not going to change a thing. And the attitude immediately switched. And then they were sharing with him about some local hikes, some local caves, and some rock finding locations. Growth is usually a good thing, but change isn't something everybody enjoys. Number 5, the Black Hills have been discovered. In 2020, when the state of South Dakota was open, other people were coming to the Black Hills for a vacation and just a chance to get away from their lockdown state. And then they started posting their adventures on social media. And that kind of created more people saying, oh, look, that's pretty amazing. I've never been there before. I want to visit. And so the Black Hills, through social media, got discovered, especially these past few years. One of the top economies for the Rapid City and Black Hills area is tourism. And that's not slowing down. In fact, that might actually be increasing in the next few years as more and more people have come out here, enjoyed the Black Hills, enjoyed the beauty, and the peace and tranquility that we do have. Yes, we've got more people moving into the area, but don't forget that the Black Hills is a national forest. We've got Wind Cave and Badlands National Park. We've got Custer State Park. All these forests and parks, they're always going to be there. While there's plenty of private land in the Black Hills, and that's getting more and more developed, it can completely never be taken over by residential properties. So we always have the Black Hills to enjoy. And finally, number 6, it's still remote here. It still gets cold here. It's still tough to travel from here. But hopefully with the increase of population, we might be getting more airlines into our little airport. There are still tons of things to do here, especially if you like the outdoors, and we still love where we live. Well, if I didn't scare you away by this video, make sure you download my 13 reasons why you should move to the Rapid City area. That link, it's below. And then be sure to follow up with this video and this playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Remember, love where you live.